All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And if you are new to the show, new to me, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the videos, watch all the videos from the whole season and before. We really appreciate you being here with us, joining us, subscribing, etc. And it is my greatest wish, desire, and intention to support you in any way that I can, mostly to raise your vibration frequency, yours, the collective, the planet, with support tools, resources from our wonderful speakers that come on the show. And so today we have on the show my good friend Brenda Lainof is back with us, and we're going to be talking about med-bed light language supporting the lymphatic system. And so some of what we're going to talk about today is going to be about, we're going to learn how past life trauma affects our physical and emotional well-being. We're going to discover and feel supported by our healing team and experience live med-bed light language downloads. We're going to feel how our bodies relax and energize as we remotely connect with frequencies of med-bed. We're going to talk about all of that and more. Brenda's going to be taking live caller questions, doing processing, clearing, healing, whatever you want to call it, light language, etc. on the call. So we're all looking forward to that. And for those of you who don't know Brenda, like I said, she's been with us before, and she's back with us. So Brenda works with numerous modalities and uses the most appropriate modality that is needed at the moment. And every client is different, and she taps into you as to what you are ready for. If you have tried everything through the traditional medical channels, working with many other healers and alternative health cures, then chances are using any of the modalities in combination with light language can help you get cleared using proven holistic, pain-free, drug-free healing techniques. Brenda shares inspiring insights on connecting to the medbed and the emotional and health benefits it can facilitate. It's not a miracle cure, and you still need to consult with your doctor and medical practitioner. We are not doctors here, but Brenda can help accurately identify and assist the body to self-heal with the appropriate modality and download applicable light language in the medbed. So exciting, right? So please join me in welcoming Brenda to the show. Brenda, welcome. So glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you, Lara. It's been a while, and I appreciate the opportunity to be on your show and just to share what I do and to help people on the call here today and then on your replays. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. So for those of you who are watching later on the replay, yes, all of the energy, healing, frequencies, transmissions, light language, everything you can also receive as you are watching or listening later. Okay. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about med beds, and let's talk about let's start off with like how past life trauma can affect our physical and emotional well-being. And if most of us believe in past lives, so I think most people who watch these shows believe in past lives. So the trauma that we experienced in a past life does carry forward into this life, or can. And so how does that affect our physical and emotional well-being, Brenda?
As mentioned, I've worked with many modalities over the last 20 years. And so, you learn one modality and it could be, oh, there's a trapped emotion of abandonment. And so, for example, you go through the process, okay, I'm going to clear the abandonment. But many times, if not most times, I have found is that there's something always in past lives that has been carried through into your blueprint. And I recently, because I've been trained in pathogenics, I recently have confirmed, well, not recently, but it definitely confirmed that past lives, that energy, that trauma can manifest into a physical or energetic parasite. So instead of just going, okay, I'm going to go clearing the Coxsackie, virus or bacteria by, digging through what else is related to this. Like, why did this even show up in the first place? Is it in something that occurred in this lifetime? Is it in your blueprint, your DNA? Or is it something that's generational? So it's just opening up our mind and being more and more open to possibilities, and that anything can happen and, at any time. So there can be entities that come through I have detected and cleared that are related to traumas and that can hide out. So there's so many areas. We just have to be open and ask. And that's what I do. I just open up, call on Creator to help and clear whatever that is, that trauma, untangle it, clear it, dissolve it. And this is what's been so cool. So when you find out, well, what, through my reading of past lives, what is that? Like, what happened? And I'm asking for assistance and I'm pulling up my information. And that when you bring that to the consciousness, a lot of times when you go back to the original issue, it's no longer there. But we had to go through the journey and go down the rabbit hole because our subconscious is saying, no, you need to dig deeper. It's just not, well, if I just do this, then it's going to clear. It may not be the case. And when you get down to that layer, then I believe that's absolutely what happens is that we can clear and help clear that particular issue. So with the med bed, years ago, it was probably around the beginning of the whole pandemic thing. So about 3 years ago, we were reading information about these med beds, and there's all this info coming out about med beds, and oh, they're going to be distributed and we're going to be having access to them. And then we'd wait and wait and wait. And some people are saying, well, yeah, but there's a med bed. I heard there's a med bed in this city or this place. So it's very, it's very.
Can I just say really quickly right off the top?
Please.
For everybody, we're not talking about physical med beds. Brenda does not have a physical med bed. Don't ask about physical med beds. Okay, just don't even go there. We don't know when it'll be available for the mass public. Okay, so we don't know. Right now we're talking about energetic med beds, because I know people are going to ask that, and it's like, don't even bother. We're not talking about that. Nope. I'm sure there are some people that have them, but those are like very, 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 very few. We are not going to have them anytime soon. So focus on the energetics.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if you guys that most likely that are listening to you, Larry, they already know. I mean, we can connect to anything because it's all about intention. So we don't know when they're going to come out. I don't have any inside information, but you know what? It's fine with me because it's all intention. So I thought, well, why not just with intention connect to the energy, the frequency of that, the med bed, wherever it's at, because I do believe they're there, but so much is being repressed. We're being held back, and I think a lot of us know perhaps why that may be. So it
doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter for our conversation because we don't have it, right? So we're not going to get it anytime soon.
No, and so that's fine because it's all about intention. And we live in a vibrational universe. Humans are vibrational beings, and healing occurs through a homeopathic frequency alignment approach.
Yeah.
So we have little to no side effects, and honestly, possibilities are infinite. I mean, when you think of, is it one universe? Is it universes? Like it really is. And it just opens up our minds so we're not like, oh, well, that's not possible. This isn't possible. So we do have the capability to work on an energetic level. And it's imperative that you believe that. And that's where healing can be done. So it also requires a meeting of minds between your intentions and my intentions and your intentions. And we need a strong intention that it can be done. And so it is. Mm-hmm. So it is important that we understand this can be done. Everyone is sovereign to their own body. We control our health and our well-being far more than what we have been aware of. This is part of how we have been disfranchised from our own power and abilities. So we can heal ourselves through intentions, and we do have the ability to tap into our own power and abilities with our own intentions and our focus. And by believing that we have unlimited healing powers, that we can begin to focus on cellular rejuvenation and healing on many levels.
Absolutely. And which is so, all of that is true, right? All of that is true. We don't realize how powerful we are and how powerful our intentions and beliefs are. We all talk about, limiting beliefs. Yes, those are so powerful. We know how powerful they are. But what about, infinite possibility beliefs? Why don't you try that on for size for a little while as well, right? And what's interesting is that, a lot of times in healing, you don't even have to believe, right? So as long as the healer, whoever's facilitating the healing, has a stronger belief than you, it still works. Okay, so I know that personally, and that is how I have been trained with regards to healing. So as long as the facilitator practitioner has a greater belief in the healing, it will still work even if you don't believe. You may not see it then because you don't believe it, but it has occurred. But that's I digress, Brenda. Sometimes I just jump in and say stuff. But
That's true.
I was going to mention quickly too, because I don't know if I did. For those of you who are here live, and if you do have a question for Brenda, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat, right? Somebody said in the chat that the etheric med bed is even better. I agree. And Maureen says, I've heard that Europe has med beds and San Francisco possibly. Yeah, absolutely. I don't, right? And I don't know anybody who does, but I'm sure they are out there for sure. Right. And that's what we have to get. It's like, yes, it's out there. Yes, some people have it. When are we, the mass general public, going to get it? We don't know. But in the meantime, we can use other tools and resources that we do have access to, such as the etheric med bed, energy healing, etc.
Well said, because it's true. And we've all worked with, we've had energy work done, and we work with different energy modalities. So it's here, the power is there, and it's all intention.
Yeah, exactly. Intention for sure. So the intention for today is to, share with you some light language, talk a little bit about the medbed light language, etheric medbed light language that supports the lymphatic system. So why especially do you want to focus on the lymphatic system, Brenda?
It's really important. We, as obviously everybody knows, some people are going through more stress than others, but when we're going through a lot of stress, our lymphatic system can get sluggish. And when that gets sluggish, things aren't moving along, and it can affect all of our systems. So lymphatic system is extremely important. That it's going to carry out the toxicity, and there could be pathogens. So it's really, really important. I thought this would be a really good one to take everybody into, and I'll do that through my process, connect you to the med bed, have you lay in the med bed. It's all with intention, and take you through the process and download. So downloading, I'm opening, I'm channeling. I jumped into it probably a good 3-4 years ago. I thought I might as well, people might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to do it anyways, because I don't know if I'm going to make that next surgery. So it was 2 near-death experiences back 2019. And I thought, I'm scared to death. I don't know, should I, and I was just asking for help. And I really felt my mother coming through at that time. And so she was telling me, Brenda, it's going to be okay. Just relax. You're going to be fine. And I heard her voice as though she was there. And even though I was omitting these sounds, I was so calm. I was so good for that surgery that I didn't know if they're going to keep my blood pressure down and I would survive. So I jumped into it, and then it's just like boom, 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 things happening. And then the med bed information came along. So I open up and I channel, and that's it. Just let go, let God,
Absolutely. Yes, for sure. And so today, like we said, we're talking about the med bed, and we're talking about how past life trauma affects our physical and emotional well-being. So I wanted to ask you, Brenda, about when it comes to the past life trauma, how do you identify what is a past life trauma? And before that, even, I just want to share too with people really quickly that, so many times we have issues in our lives, things not working out, and we've done this and that and the other thing, and then we go into judgment of ourselves, right? We judge ourselves because, like, there must be something wrong with me. That's why I'm not able to clear this. I'm not able to heal this. This thing keeps coming back over and over again, right? And then we don't realize that maybe it's a past life thing. So we have to do things a little differently, right? And so getting in touch with and in tune to what that past life trauma could be that is affecting our our reality, our issues, etc. So can you talk a little bit about how you do that? Like, do you because I mean, I know for myself, I do certain journeys, past life journeys, because I'm a shamanic practitioner. I do past life journeys, but I know you don't do that. So you have maybe a faster way of discovering and identifying what the past life trauma is for people.
I intuit. I work with many cards, and that helps me bring in the information. I'm intuiting. And a lot of the time, the people that I work with, which is actually quite fun, they're already testing. They can muscle test. So I'm saying, well, this is coming up, blah, 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 with persecution or whatever it is. And so it's whatever information comes up that gets stuck. So I need to intuit, open my mind, whatever that is. When we go into the med bed, that's allowing the med bed. We don't need to do that. We're connecting with source. Source knows exactly what that is. And we're going to let the med bed do its thing and pick up those memories and those traumas. So in the med bed, I don't need to go into particular past lives when it's one-to-one and it's, a personal session and you want more information or outside of the med bed, then yeah, that does come up. But when we go in it today, because that will be part of the working on with the lymphatic system, there's a lot of areas that I'm going to be pulling in when we do the lymphatic clearing.
Awesome. So do you want people to specifically state some issues that they've been having a hard time with that they haven't been able to clear for a while so that you can check in?
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a lymphatic light language in the med bed. I'm going to take you through the process. And then afterwards, I'd really appreciate, because we are on YouTube, that gives you an opportunity to check in. Oh, comment, maybe this, whatever that is. How you were doing before, then afterwards, you may not notice anything, but I'm going to take you through this process. Now, after I do the lymphatic one, if you have something else going on, and who knows what that could be, just, you can type in and I'll go to where I go to, because I work with many, many, many things. Yeah. So I'm ready and willing to do that. But right now, I would like everyone just to get relaxed, and I'm going to take you into this med bed. So it's like a meditation, and I'm just going to say, well, you know what, try to put away your, I'm bad for that. Oh, I'm on my phone here and checking over here. I am going to ask you to kind of not do that and sit, or if you happen to be laying, lay down, the typical, but it is like a meditation in a way. But we want to just not get our multitasking, which, I can be very guilty of doing that. So I will ask you to do that, because I think you're going to get more out of it. So, and if you have a sip of water, which I'll have here, maybe have a sip of water, and it'll be a number of minutes. I'm not just sure how long, but not terribly long. And then we'll get into whatever you want to bring up in the chat.
Sounds good. And it's obviously a guided process, not silence, right?
It's guided. Yeah, it's guided.
I have to say this now because, we had a guest on, I don't know, last month or month before, and he did a process and it was all silent. I'm like, you You can't have silence when you're live. It's like you can't have dead air. It's like, so
That's
now
funny.
I like to confirm.
Yeah, well, I guess because that's true, isn't it? Like I've listened to different, speakers and it is silent, but I feel the energy. So I guess, yeah, I don't know. This is a
Well, because
great,
people get confused, it's like, is something
they do,
happening, or somebody jumps on
what's
halfway
going
through. It's like,
on.
is what's going on?
I don't hear anything. The audio's
Exactly.
not good. What's wrong with
Exactly.
my speaker? Okay, so we're going to begin. And you know what we're going to do ahead of time, because I do doze. I'm going to be raising the frequency and vibration for everybody here, just to calming down our nervous system. And then we're going to get into the med bed. So just calming down. My pendulum is spinning like crazy. I think all of us are like wired. So let's just sort of calm down our nervous system and asking for Creator to please just calm down our nervous system. And then I'm going to take you into the process of the med bed. It's spinning like crazy. So I'm just watching. I'm not spinning it. Okay, starting to slow down. You might feel some energy in your head or not. Body. Okay, good. And just ahead of time, you see me yawning. I do that. And this is part of the whole energy thing. Okay, let's begin. So again, like just get nice and relaxed. You can close your eyes. You don't need to look at me. Or of course, if you want to, that's up to you. But just get nice and relaxed. So I'm going to take you into the med bed. Now, this med bed has been created for mankind. And although we don't have physical access to it, with intention, we're bringing ourselves over to this bed, this med bed. Now, you might think of it as something that maybe you would see in a hospital or where they scan you, but it really can be whatever you want it to be. With intention, taking you over to this med bed and where you lay down, get nice and relaxed. You may want to call in your angels and guides, calling them in, for protection, surrounding you. Just calling them in, who you resonate, knowing that you're in a very, very safe environment. And we're connecting you within the med bed to higher source God. From higher source God connecting you directly within the med bed. There's a complete connection. And the med bed is scanning, and it starts scanning. And when it scans, it's scanning from the top of your head all the way down to the base of your feet, and then works its way up from the base of your feet to the top of your head. We're going to be working specifically now with lymphatic, your lymphatic system. These lymphatics, the lymphs carries nutrients to the cells as well as toxins that need to be eliminated. The immune system protects your body against foreign invaders. So it's really important that we get nice and clear as to our lymphatic system. We're asking Creator within the med bed, can you please raise the frequency, the hertz? Right now in the med bed, please raise it to optimal levels as we work with the lymphatic system. And before we begin, we want to strengthen you to believe you can heal, to see yourself as already healed. You choose to heal. You believe you can heal. And let's release all the fear of accepting healing. We're asking within the med bed, anywhere that you that is identified of having any negative, incoherent energy. So emotions, anywhere it's detecting traumas and triggers and stress and frustration and anger and worry and sadness and so forth, helplessness, hopelessness, all those memories that are held at a cellular level within your memory field, within those trillions of cells. It's like creator can go through and identifies. Here's one here. Here's some victimization energy down here. Oh, here's some programs. Just allow it to scan. And it's scanning and scanning and scanning and clearing. Yete koko a yete koko shia yeto ka yun a kaki ye o I a I ya kaki. Scanning and scanning your memory field, checking all the cells, just pulling out and cleansing and clearing and releasing all of the reasons, all the causes as to your lymphatic system where you've absorbed them, where you're sharing them, where they're generational through all lifetimes, timelines, parallel lives, future lives, past this lifetime, present life, throughout any dimension. And scanning and scanning, pulling out, cleansing and clearing. And we're asking within the med bed, anywhere that you detect any poisons and toxins within the lymphatic system, please dissolve them now. Yeah, dissolving and identifying there's a poison, there's a toxin. And anywhere it sees that there's stagnation or congestion, confusion, inflammation, there's some infection, detecting infestation, dissolving that now. Scanning and scanning, dissolving. And we're asking within the med bed to increase the life force energy. Can you please download, increase the life force energy? Infuse the entire lymphatic system with ultralight energy. This beautiful ultralight energy, just downloading. Pashalia, Bokokosoya Shata, Yana Bokokoya. Share, just download. It's beautiful. You can feel it in the cells, just absorbing this ultralight energy. As the hydration, let's downloading hydration and opening up all those lymphatic channels, optimizing those lymphatic drainage now. Everything's flowing. Banaya. Sakiyata. And we're asking the med bed, can you please, anywhere that you see that there's sadness, and just replace that at a cellular level with joyfulness, with love, with the trusting and believing in the ability to heal. And anywhere that the cells may be distorted, if you could please just download that now. Just downloading that now, opening up those trillions of cells, just feeling that love, feeling the joyfulness, knowing the lymphatic system is working, it's being optimized. The optimal hertz, the frequency is increasing. Moving things along. Like the med bed, it knows at a cellular level, it knows at a soul level what you require, what's specific for you. Is this increasing, optimizing the lymphatic system, just giving it permission to clear of anything that's in the way, and just sending in that love. She sakia alakia pokokosha satoyanai shananaya. Those trillions of cells, and you can feel the light, you can feel the love. And every time you come back to this med bed audio, just allowing the med bed, just knowing that it knows exactly what needs to be done, what needs to be cleared, what needs to be downloaded, and let go, let God. And we're giving our gratitude to Creator for this med bed and then for the healing that we received today. She shatakaya la kaya bokokoya shasanainai she sapapakia tokokai dia kaya satoya siananaya. Giving gratitude to our angels and guides that are with us now. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for being with us here today as we go through this lymphatic healing, and for protecting us in the med bed. And then when you're gradually open your eyes and maybe have a sip of water. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I could really feel the energies moving, and I was also yawning through the whole process as well. But how is everybody else doing? What did you experience? What are you still experiencing? How was it for you? Let us know in the chat how that was. And at the same time, also, yes, I'm like, what were we talking about? What do we want to say?
Well, I'm curious actually how you guys are doing. If you could, if you're on chat, you could type in whatever that is. Feedback is always good when we're doing any type of work like this. So if you can, just let me know how you're doing. If before and afterwards for a comparison, it's just fun to see. Someone said having hot flashes of energy. So
and Chris is hot, coughing, crying. That was interesting. One Linda said, the other Linda says having hot flashes of energy. Somebody said very relaxed, happy, joy infused, smiling, had a lot of movement in my head. I feel a strong vibration in my torso. I'm very hopeful. Awesome. Lots of different experiences.
It is. And the thing is that we can all do this. It's not like, oh, but Brenda's just doing, no. And this is something I like to do, like in my one-to-ones, is like get you into the med bed. You can feel it. I want you to experience that for yourself. So you're not relying. Obviously there's, I have my med bed audios, but the intention is that we take care of ourselves as much as possible. So that's what I do in my one-to-one, and we'll go through the process, and gaining that confidence, like, oh, you can do this for yourself. And I find taking myself into the med bed. Well, I like to do it in the morning now. I kind of got away from. I thought, no, my gosh, why would I, not get back into the med bed, because you get distracted in life. And so I thought, no, I'm going to put myself. So in the morning, I'll just, with intention, I place myself in and open up, and I can feel it, and might take a bit of time to go, I don't really feel it, but just stick with it, and just opening up. And for those that do Reiki, I mean, there's these Reiki grids that are out there. What's the same intention it's the same idea. It's all about intention. So with intention, you're just like, hey, you're going to do this. Let's get empowered. Let's, we can do so much, and we just have been held back for way too long. And
Linda says, I felt warm spiral energy from head to chest. Yummy. Exactly. So don't you want to feel that yummy energy again? And of course, I have to say, Brenda, yes, the med bed, is fine, but it's also your light language that also makes a big difference as well. Wow. And for some of us who are sensitive to light language, we will experience that, we will feel that, and we're all, so give yourself that credit too.
No, I do. I do. Thank you. Yes, it is. I just don't, I like everybody to, we're all doing the same thing. But I agree. It's definitely the light language, and it
makes a difference.
It does. And it could be that the med bed will open you up to your own light language as well. So, or other energies, other frequencies, other modalities, etc. Exactly. So anything is possible. When we get that concept, I remember about, I'm going back, I hate to say it, about 30 years ago, way back when I was really starting out. And it was when I heard about universe says, I was like, what? So it got me thinking and got my mind open, like, it's infinite out there. We think we're in this no, it's infinite. When we can get that wrapped around our head, then you know what? That's very empowering.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say something and I forgot, but I guess it was not important. So do you want to take some questions from people that have?
Sure.
My chat is being weird, so if you write anything in the chat, I may not be able to see it. I'm not sure. So Tanya has had her hand raised for a while.
Okay. And just so you guys that there's so many possibilities. So maybe some physicals going on, or, I can go to a lot of places, or, maybe it's a past life. Maybe someone needs to be channeled through to you. I just did that this morning with the client, and it's really interesting how there's information that needs to come through. And so, anything's possible is what I'm trying to say. So, what's ever going on for you, now we have the opportunity to do this on YouTube and chat. It's a good time to go, wow, this is going on, or on a physical area, whatever that is, just type it in. And
so Brenda, if somebody types in something in the chat, you're going to have to read it, because I cannot.
Yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I can see it.
I'm having issues with my chat. I cannot read it. So, okay, all right, Tanya, go ahead. What's your question for Brenda?
Hello, Brenda. Hello, Alara. So my question is, I had the problem with my left knee for quite some time, over 5 years, and I'm healing it, and still I have pain when I get tired, when I walk a lot, and so I believe I was told by medical intuitives that it is a lot of trauma.
Don't want to hear what somebody else said.
No, but I want
so let me ask you a question. When you weren't in the med bed, did you have the intention to heal your knee?
Yes, I had intention, first of all, to do my lymphatic system move and clear, all the toxins. And yes, I felt my left knee. But if Brenda could just check it, because I had this like cartilage deterioration, which worried me a lot. And so I would like to kind of, if she could check it, please. If she
Oh.
can.
Yeah. How many years have you had this issue, Tanya?
It was over 5 years, I think.
But over 5 years. Like, I feel like this has been an issue more than 5 years for you, but you've identified it over about 5 years. So
Well, it happened.
It happened 5 years. I feel there was something more that happened 10 years ago that triggered what's happened 5 years ago with your knee. So about 10 years ago, was there anything that was, that comes to your mind about what was going on in your life? And
I can only think that if it is psychosomatic, it is my relationship with my husband, which we are separated at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm curious about 10 years ago. Would that be about when things happened? Was it about 10 years ago for you?
Where things started happening, yes.
Yeah, things started happening. So between you, okay, it's just like a general, just sort of, breakdown. And it's so that when you said you're holding, okay, so I don't know if you muscle test or not, and if you don't, that's fine. But what I'm picking up on is, and it may not make sense, you may not want to hear this, but I'm picking up on some no will to live energy. When I ask, is this yours? I'm not getting that it's yours. Right away, I'm testing no. But we could pick up on other people's energies. So, and I'm feeling a lot of energy come in my head right now when I say that. So this no will to live energy is not yours. You've absorbed it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Well, my husband was always depressed.
Yes. So it's your husband's no will to live energy is where I need to be more specific. So it's his no will to live energy. And so when I check in, I'm actually getting that you're corded to him. So there's this cording, this negative cording, and you're it's like he's pulling in on your energy. Like he's using you to energize him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I thought, he was.
Yeah. So what we need to do, and I'll call on assistance and do some light language. You want to help you, you want the whatever positive is there between you and your ex-husband, because there's always something positive. It's not all negative, most likely. But let's clear out any negative cording. And then the good, the good things, everybody has good qualities. So what we're going to do is clear out. So for anybody here, let's just do it this way. So say you have something in your body that's uncomfortable. Maybe there's some pain, discomfort, and with intention. So what I'm going to be doing here, perhaps not saying, I don't know for sure, there may be some no will to live energy that you've absorbed. And that's a good probability considering, we're going through a lot of turmoil on Earth. So we could be absorbing from the collective. We have no idea that we're even absorbing it because we're impasse, and I'm quite sure all of us would be here. So we're going to be asking God, and think about that, where it is on your body. And you can even rate it if you want from 0 to 10. Oh yeah, my discomfort is 2 out of 10 for the right knee, left knee, or whatever it is. Tanya, what about your discomfort? Out of 0 out of 10, what number would you give it?
5, 6.
Okay.
5, 6,
okay. Okay, good. So this is a good measurement. And I know a lot of people would know about that with, you tapping or whatever. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to be asking Creator, anywhere that anyone is experiencing any no will to live energy, it may be absorbed, it may be shared, you may be picking it up from the collective. And that energy that carries its own frequency and vibration, wherever it's held within the body, wherever, you're resonating with that, we're asking please to go through and clear out, dissolve that no will to live energy, all the traumas that are attached to it unknowingly. And we're asking to please sever any cording with anyone or anything that is related to the snow will to live energy. There's got some loving energies coming through now. Sanaya Hoshata. Yepokoya Nanaya. Okoko Shotoya. Naya Hai. Okosha Naya. Lokoya Toko. Shiata. Ihaya Koya. Shata Yata. Okoya. Asane Hai. Shokokoya Toka Ayato. Yepapapakakakia. Yeta, just sending that loving energy only. Shatakoya hai. Yeta kanana bokoya hai sekia. Yepoko shanto yana hai. Yepakoya nagiento boko yata. Disconnecting from the negative, that negative cording of no will to live. Just downloading that loving energy only into the tissues, into the fascia, into the bones and the blood and all the organs and glands, throughout the entire body, throughout all systems. Shisapakia bokoya lakaya satoy. Shestakia pakashapana yaka. Downloading that now. Okay. Taking a deep breath. And this may be working for a while. So if you have a sip of water, maybe. Okay, that was fun. Let's see where you guys are at. If you happen to have tested. Yeah, for feedback, it's kind of fun to see what's going on, and you can put into chat and I'll see what pops up. And meanwhile, oh, excuse me, Tanya, what number are you at?
I'm about 1, 2, I say probably 1 rather than 2. I felt a lot of movement of energy in my body, like a lot. And I could feel not only left knee, but also right knee, my both knees, I could feel them. And I feel much, much better now. Thank you so much, Brenda.
Oh, that's so good.
I felt like a lot of release, a lot of energy were released. Thank you.
It's awesome. It's amazing. Like what was I working with one lady today? It was about her weight. It's going, oh, you know how we go, oh, we just, increase the metabolism. Well, you know what it came back to? It came back to her for this situation, but it was her father and his unresolved stuff. And when I checked percentage, what was that related to her excess weight was up quite high. We don't know where we can go. And so we have to be just totally open to anything and everything. And when you're open to anything and everything, that's when the information comes in. That's when we get the downloads. So yeah, anybody else that noticed a change, like if you just noticed any discomfort in your body before I did this process and afterwards, just, you may or may not. It's just.
I think there's some comments in the chat, which I can't read.
Well, I'm looking and I can't.
It says comforting and full of love, I think. And
yeah, that's good.
Lightheadedness. I could be wrong. I don't think that's
what I see. Yeah. So good. And again, if you happen to notice any reduction in your discomfort, then that it gives you a measurement. And thank you, Tanya. That was a great example of how we can bring that down So
Yeah, awesome.
it's fun.
I know Linda had raised her hand a long time ago and then we lost her and now she's back. Linda,
No, I'm back.
all right.
Okay, Brenda, I've been having trouble with my stomach.
And what
Quite a
kind of
bit.
what kind of trouble?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm digesting well or I don't know.
What do you feel?
Sometimes bloated and sometimes just, I don't know, little pains once in a while.
And how long have this been going on?
About just a month. It
Only
hasn't
one-
been that long. Yeah.
Just a month.
Yeah.
A month. You know, it's kind of it's good just to check in, you know, what it's related to. Is it physical? Is it I'm not getting that it's physically related, then I'm going to be breaking it down. So if it's not physical truth, are we looking at, I'm not getting emotional either. I'm going to be checking, I'm getting more on a psychological level. So there's something that's going on a psychological level for you. So when
Okay.
I check, okay, so if it's on a psychological level, this may not resonate, but I'm going to say what comes up. I'm getting a little bit of OCD, obsessive compulsiveness.
Okay.
And and when I say that, I'm feeling again okay. I'm just saying what comes up. So I'm getting some, you know how we can have OCD, we just think about things over and over again. We get compulsive, like I certainly have my things that can trigger me. And I feel like it's like you've been triggered and it's created this OCD that's then further related to.
Okay.
So what I've been guided to tell you is that start really grounding. I don't know what you do for grounding, but I don't know where you live. I'm assuming in a warmer climate than I'm at right now at the moment.
No,
as I
very
look at-
cold.
Oh, you're cold too. Okay, I'm not alone. I can see snow right now, but we won't talk about
Me too.
that. Oh, okay, welcome. So I'm getting, but we can still do our grounding. And so even with this, however you can do it, but I'm being guided to to do some grounding. So I'm getting a lot of energy in my head as I say that. So I'm going to suggest, well, maybe do that. And there's some resistances coming up about things in your life. There's some resistance. So I think what we'll do, I'm going to do a little bit of a process here. And I'm also getting guided that we need to know. It's just like it's like being open to knowing. Let's see here what else is. Oh, I'm getting guided. We need to cut the cord. So what we're going to do is increase our grounding. We're going to remove our resistance, and then we're going to be cutting some cords. So, you're
Good.
in Ontario. Yes. Okay. So, got it. Us Canadians, that's why there's only so many in Canada, because it's so darn cold. Okay, so we're going to do a little process, if that's okay with you, Alara. Oh, okay. So here we go. So I can feel the energy in my head as I'm saying that. So again, this is all coming back to the OCD, and I started going down that rabbit hole. So just think about
I was going to say just really quickly, when Brenda is doing these processes, this is for everyone. So please be willing
Yes.
to receive. Okay.
Perfect. Yes, it's for everybody. So when you feel discomfort in your body, just see how you do with this. And so for anything that's being done here today, and then obviously in the replays, it's applicable for everyone. And that's in the audios that are part of the package, it's for everyone. It's not just, for that one person. So it's for everyone. So let's just think about that. And so Linda, for your stomach, what we want to do is we're going to call on Creator just to ground us. We just want to get that grounding, because we can really get ungrounded. Certainly I go throughout the day where I can get triggered about what's going on. So we just want to strengthen our grounding and get grounded, and everybody knows what grounding is. We're asking please to also any resistance that the body's holding on to that's, within the stomach. There can be tenseness. You can just be like holding these things in. We're asking to please cut the cords anywhere that there's resistance, holding on to things, holding tight. And, God knows exactly what those cords are, what you're holding on to. We're asking please to go through anywhere there's tenseness and just dissolving that and cutting those cords now. Just take a deep breath in as we cutting the cords. Shelekia satai bokokushala kana se bokoksia nai haya bokai. Releasing all the resistance. Shetakai sai akayunai. We have a lot of entities of the light that are with us right now. They're quite joyful, actually. They're just like kind of a playful, and I'm sensing these playful entities of the light and only of the light. Just cutting the cords, releasing all that resistance, and as we are grounding. Okay, so that's still working. I can feel it in my head, so that could be working for a while. So yeah, just knowing that this is going to continue. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I don't know, it'd be interesting to hear later, Linda, but how, if you've noticed any less within the stomach, discomfort or whatever. Or if anybody else here is noticing anything, and you can type in chat, if you would do that as well. It's kind of fun to see.
I felt you cutting the cords though.
Oh,
and
did
that felt-
you?
Yeah, and
Oh,
that felt really good. I'm kind of sensitive, so I
You
feel a
are.
lot of stuff, but that felt really good. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Somebody said
Both
they
of you, thank you.
started belching, so that's a very good thing.
Yes,
You're
it
releasing
is.
energy. Very good. I know I yawn and then I fall into the camera, and then people can see, it's not the most pleasant thing, but whatever. It's all energy moving.
I'm still yawning, so yeah, it's still moving.
Thank you
So,
both.
thank you, Linda. Thank you. And drink water for sure, right? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Brenda, we are at the top of the hour, so do you want to just take a few moments and we'll talk about the packages, and then we'll come back and do a few more answer a few more questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second here. I'm still yawning. Okay, so the package that Brenda has for us today, package A is a package of 7 MedBed light language audios. And then package B includes package A, the 7 MedBed light language audios, plus a 60-minute personal session with Brenda and access to 2 months of group healings for health and business. So and of course for package B, payment plan is available, and of course you can use your Inner Circle gift code, whether you're free or VIP. Please do take advantage of that. All right, so Brenda, do you want to talk a little bit about the audio really quickly?
Well, and honestly, guys, very, very quickly, remembering that when you bring yourself into the med bed, again, like we're just allowing, and it really takes we're letting the energy from Creator God to work with you within the med bed. So it's kind of doing its own thing as well, which is nice, and to having that assistance. So very quickly, if you're not able to get to the dentist right away, and just going through that and going through the process to help you, clean, floss, move some stains, what the heck, if it helps even like 30-40%, I think it's definitely worthwhile. Our endocrine system can really get out of whack, and it's very important to balance it. So that's a one for balancing. Before you go to sleep at nighttime, isn't it nice just to get balance, get your chakras in balance, and any discordant energies cleared. So, and getting that protection on while we're sleeping is really good. Good old hormones, our hormones. And so we like to get them in balance as much as possible. And that's to help you balance the hormones and, get rid of that negative programming. And we just want our hormones to be happy. Who doesn't want happy hormones? And we want them to be operating, at optimal levels. So, and here we got the karmic distortion. So karma is helping clear the karmic trauma distortions. That's something, well, with all of these, it's just not one time. And, you do come back to just intuitively, if your muscle tests go, oh, I think I'll go listen, my body's saying, no, I need to go listen to this one now. So then you put it in your library, you save it where you save however you save it, Dropbox or whatever, and just test, oh, would that be good? Would this be good? Next one is the medication toxicity. So, well, we can get toxicity from medication. And you know what? We can get toxicity through I believe through our water as well. Everything that's poured down this, can you imagine all the toxins that are, well, we don't want to imagine. So we want to clear out any medication that we've taken in, let alone anywhere else. So that helps clear out the toxicities from the past and present medications. And in the morning, of course, this is the good one to start out the day. Again, balancing the chakra, energizing the body, and balancing the emotions. So that is package A.
So package A is $77. And of course, you can use your Inner Circle free or VIP gift code for that. And then package B is everything in package A plus the 60-minute personal session with Brenda. So what does that entail? Is it like a little bit of what we did today, more, less, different?
Well, what I'm going to do is, if you get package B, is that I'll get the email and I'll go, okay, we're going to set up, I'm going to send you a Zoom link. And then we're going to meet, and you're going to say, Brenda, this is what's going on for me. I've got some physical issues. I've had a divorce. I got fired, or whatever is going on. My business is, I don't know what's going on with my business. People aren't, I just don't know what's going on. You feel like somebody else is taking over your body. Like, it really is anything. And so I just go, okay, let's go see what's going on. And similarly, guess what, to today, it gave you an example of where we can go. So, but you get the one-on-one. And then what I really like to do, so here you've got, like in package A, all these audios, and of course in package B, but you're going to get your own personalized audio. I really love doing this. So it's just like anything that we're working on that you need to ramp it up and to continue with that process is specific for you, nobody else. So it could be an entity that's come up that's blocking you as to your business. I mean, we don't know. It's absolutely anything. Perhaps it's a pathogen. Maybe it's an Epstein-Barr virus. Who knows? So, there's just a multitude of questions and answers. And so, honestly, I just intuit. I check in. Okay, what's the priority? What I'd like to do is break down out of 100%. Say, for example, you're saying, well, I just, my business isn't doing very well. I don't know what's going on. I'll break it down like I did as an example today: physical, mental, emotional. It's like, break it down. What's related to your business not doing very well? Because I'm all about health and business coming out of the corporate world for over 30 years, living in 2 international countries, I know about business. So I've meshed. We've got the business part, the energy work, and we can cross over both sides and blend it. So I really do enjoy doing that. So, but anyways, you get your personalized audio. Also, what I started in just recently, a number of months ago, I created a group called the Authentic Community, and I go to where I need to go to. So it could be maybe I need to look as to what's blocking your business, or it could be, oh, I'm getting guided, you guys, and picking up that there could be some type of a Halobacter bacteria that's affecting you. In fact, I'm sensing it's affecting, usually what happens in a group call is that everybody has the same issue. I don't know if you've ever noticed that when you're in group calls, everybody can tend to have the same issue or similar issue. Otherwise, you're not together in a group call. We're just kind of pulled in energetically. So what I work with the group is usually what I clear is for the whole group. From that, I've created my little audios from my little recorder that I convert. So you're going to get recordings from that particular call as well. And so just how things evolve. And that's 2 months of that, which means 4 calls to the first and third Wednesday of the month. So that's a
Awesome.
big bonus in itself.
Awesome. So Brenda's package B is $197, and 2 and 3 part payment plans are available for package B. There's some wonderful testimonials that you can all look at as well on the special offer page. So again, package A is the 7 MedBed light language audios, and package B is everything in package A plus the 60-minute personal session with Brenda, plus access to 2 months of group healings in the community. Okay, so please do take advantage of these. Take advantage of the gift codes if you are an Inner Circle member. So thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome.
We're going to go back to where we were here. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to close my chat. I cannot read it at all, not even with glasses. All right, so do you have time to take a few more questions from people?
Sure. They can go ahead, and I'll have my sip of water and we'll see where we go.
Awesome. All right, so Sarah is in the hospital still, or are you home?
No, I'm in the hospital.
Okay, so Sarah's in the
Sarah.
hospital.
Okay.
So she could use some help, some assistance, some support.
Let me just tell you what I'd like some support with today. I feel so much gratitude, Alara, that you picked me to be able to get a little healing here. So for everybody, I'm not going to go into much story, but I got hit by an SUV in a crosswalk. I've now had a hip replacement, and I'm full of titanium. My main concern today is not getting PTSD. I've had it in the past. I've lost a tremendous amount of weight. I really want to feel calm now. I've been doing my part. And also, my partner's father committed suicide 2 days ago.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Wow.
So it's very difficult because he should really go be with his family. And yet, I'm kind of helpless. The rehab I'm in, I will add, has been just in a keystone comedy. I've had to talk to management, and they go, oh no, oh no, oh no. So I am advocating for myself quite a lot, but I don't want to have PTSD. I'd love some healing on that. And I'd love to know why this has happened, because it's not the first time I've been hit. And so that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up PTSD, because a lot of people might think, oh, I don't have any PTSD. That doesn't affect me.
No.
And I would
Respond.
disagree with absolutely everyone. The reason being is that we can bring in the energy of PTSD. It might be our ancestors' PTSD. So it is, in my world, my thoughts, everyone can have degrees of PTSD.
I definitely had it since my husband's stroke and 2 years of recovery, recuperation, or whatever. I definitely have had or have still PTSD around that whole thing for sure. Mhm.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to work with the, what's coming up and work within the family blueprint. So that's one thing I've been guided to do. And we're going to also work with releasing the parasitic energy within the family blueprint. This is where I've been guided. So I'm just letting you know, this is like, obviously it's not going to, you know, but this is where we're being guided. So I'm asking for assistance. Where else do we go with this? And I think this is really good to do this here exactly. And oh, it's funny. Yeah, I've been told to increase our lymphatic system. So well, we just did that. So that's good. And I'm asking for assistance as to where else can we go that would be really beneficial for everybody on this call and for Sarah. And I'm getting, we need to unplug from the collective. So we're going to go through that and add that. Oh, I'm getting a lot of energy in my head as I said that. So it's like, yes, we need to unplug from the collective. And we also need to remove any spirit attachments. So I'm just going to put that all together here for this. Yeah, so this will be for everyone. And ooh, I get a lot of energy in my head as I say that. So I have to see anything else that's popping up for us. And let me just see where I get guided here. And just be patient with me. Yeah. I'm also getting that. Oh, perfect. We're going to do a brain balance. So there's a combination of things we're going to do. And I'm going to do, I think we'll do the brain balancing at the end. Ooh, okay, so that's quite a bit. So I'm just going to get ready here and do that.
And again, this is for everybody. Please be willing
Yes.
to receive if you would like it, or if you would think it would help, which I think it will
Absolutely.
help. So be
And you
willing to
know
receive.
what? Also, I'm going to say, why not with intention, bring in your family members because they might need a brain balance. Okay, so let's, it's all intention. So we're going to just say, well, I think I want to bring in my daughter, my son-in-law, whatever. So bring them in as well. And you can always test, oh, are they also going to be receiving benefit? And it could be if you test, you go, yes. So that way, if you don't know how to muscle test something that I guarantee you will learn to do it when we have a one-to-one. Okay, so let's get ready here.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
So we're calling on assistance from above and calling in entities of the light and only of the light. And we're asking to remove any parasitic energy. And the parasites could be parasites like other people on an energetic level. So any negative parasites, we're asking for God to go through and identify where that energetic parasites or parasites that are of energetic matter are held, and where they are held within our family blueprint. It's in the DNA. So clearing out all that negative, non-beneficial parasitic energy within the DNA, family blueprint. And as we do that, we're unplugging from the collective. And as we do that, we're removing any spirit attachments. Bakia takashurlo poya pasana hia pokoya setia poya shata na tia pa shutokoya sala hia pokokaya shata tatoya lokoshana si haya pokoki ekshet pokaya toka iatala koiseta pokoyasa shotokala Yeta patana, yeta poko sheta, yepakisia toya, shotoka sanaya, poko shototoya lakiata. Removing all this detrimental parasitic energy from the family blueprints, pulling it out, dissolving it. And all the layers within the family blueprint. And just giving our body to permission to release all the stories held within the family blueprint, all of our ancestors' stories. And if we've taken on any vows, contracts, agreements with our ancestors, nullifying it now. It's done. Ya na 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 ya. Boko shata ya ta to ya ta. We're asking Creator, please, to balance the brain. We want to do a brain balance. In fact, we're commanding a brain balance. So just envisioning and feeling the energy of the brain balancing. The left to the right to the left, front to the back, back to the front, inner, the outer, the ear, inner. And as the brain is communicating with higher source God to the brain, brain to the spinal cord, throughout all the systems, everything is communicating. Okosha lakia papaya, sotoya tashataya, shanana hia, okoko shalaka, yeta, okokoya sotoya naya, likia posh, siakayata, okokoshala, siatai. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. You may notice maybe some creakiness or looseness in your body. You just know when you come back to this, you're just letting go of any further layers or anything that's hidden, anything that never wants to be found out within your family blueprint. Ooh, okay. I think that one's going to be working for a while as well.
Thank you so much. I've been hit several times. I thought I was done with that. Is there any quick? I don't want to take more time. I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
Any
that
insight into why I've been hit again?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes out from a message here. So I'm just asking right now as to why. Is there anything information? So let me just check in, Sarah, and see what comes up with. Yeah, I just feel the message coming through. You're a very infinite being. It's almost like that expression just getting hit over the head. It's like, you don't get it. You don't get it. This is what I'm hearing. It's just like it's, I'll just give you an example. So I've had 3 near-death experiences myself. And I'm just like, Brenda, you had a cardiac arrest and you're just still not stepping into your power, are you? Okay. After my cardiac arrest, I got charged by a moose. Now that's a whole story in itself because I'm in Canada, but it was a significant. So symbolism as well is like, really, and then 2 more times later. So I'm just telling you, you are energy of the galactic, and I feel like it's a harsh way is where I'm going with all this, of being step into your power. This is what I'm hearing. And it's just like being held back and held back. So I'm asking for more information here, please. And I'm being told, have trust and faith. Have trust and faith. Somewhere along the line, something happened. Oh, I'm getting a lot of energy as I say that. It's just the trust and the faith is like, really? Is it really? So somewhere along the way that there's been a vow that's been made. Somewhere along the way, I'm getting there was a vow that made that's blocking that trust and faith, knowingly, or I'm actually getting more unknowingly. There was a vow that was taken on about trusting and believing and faith and having faith. And it was feel like there was some authoritative figure that was just like, no, this is, someone who's really pulling your intuitiveness. So, let's see here. I'm getting a lot of energy in my head. Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot already for Sarah to look at.
Yeah. So yeah, you're a very much infinite being, and I'm just going to say, as hard as this is that it's. You got the potential. The potential is there. And it's like a lot of what's that expression? Hard rocks, a school or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the school of hard knocks.
Yeah, that's it. I had it backwards. The school. Yeah. So this is what I'm hearing.
All right. I suspected it was something like that to help me make a breakthrough. And I do constantly work on that thing of feeling one with the universe, and I meditate and I trust. And I trust that this experience is helping me. Thank you. I don't want to take any more time.
Yeah,
You're
but
welcome.
the piece that you're missing, Sarah, the piece that you missed is about you stepping into your power and shining your light.
I know.
Okay, just making sure you got that part.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been working on that, and I know I've been somewhat held back, and I'm working on it with friends. So I am so grateful.
No more holding back. Just as soon as you're feeling strong enough now.
I can
then
walk.
then just do it, okay?
Okay, darling.
And I also
All
want to
right.
mention, Sarah, I had a hip replacement as well in an accident that happened 3 years ago. Well, anyways, so I hear you. I've had a hip replacement. I get it. I've had broken bones, and you just go, really? And it was on Valentine's Day. Like, really? So we all have our stories, and I think you're gonna come on top of this, and you are gonna get to where you want to be. I believe that.
That's great. And my friend Elizabeth says having titanium in your body is really good for you on a physical, spiritual level.
Oh.
So I had to wait. Do I have stainless steel or titanium? You have titanium. Yay!
Awesome. Everything will be well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And sending prayers to your partner as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Can't imagine. All right. So I know that we're almost we're at time, but I know that Destiny is begging for some help in the chat. So if we can take just a few more minutes and help Destiny out and help Linda out with that, can you do that, Brenda? Do you have time?
I'll see how my energy level goes. I'm getting a lot of energy in my head. It's like, whoa.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
we will see. So I'll take, if there's one more person, sorry, Destiny, you could use help releasing all burdens from the past that are not yours to hold.
Okay, number one, you can't do that. So
Okay.
be realistic. You can't release all burdens from the past at once. You cannot, unless you want to blow up your system.
Okay, well, I guess what I want is some relief. Like right now, there's all this weird mental.
All right. Anyway, this is a normal story all the time, Brenda. So if you can help her to have some peace in her mind, so that her mind doesn't.
It actually feels like it might stem from my heart, though, because I'm having. So I'm not. I'll let her look, because I really don't know right now. But there's just so much.
So we're just going to be asking what we can do here about having peace in your mind. And so I'm just asking, where do we go with this? And let me see where we go, Destiny, just to help you get more peace in your mind and where I get guided. So let's see what comes up here.
I think it's about quieting the mind even.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm getting is get out of your own way. I'm being told you just get out of your own way in a good way.
She doesn't know how,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. She's
So
had
we're-
many tools and support and resources, but it's still not
Okay.
working.
So then why is it not working? Let's ask it like you've done all of these things. And let's just see if, look, oh, I'm getting a lot of energy in my head. So why can you not get out of your own way? What's coming up? Well, and I'm sure this has come up in when you've had sessions. I am getting blockages and I want to ask why? Why are these blockages? Like what's going on that's related to these blockages about getting out of your own way? There's something going on. Let's see what comes up for me, Destiny, as to why, what, if I can get some information. Okay, so what's coming up is this. I'm getting something to do with your father. There's something there about your father, and I'm not getting that it's past lifetime related, but I'm getting, actually it's this lifetime. So I don't know if that, let's get some more information on that. Something to do with your father.
We're asking my higher self this, correct? My soul?
Yeah,
Because there's too much mind going on. I really need to go to the higher self.
okay. Yeah, and yeah, so I feel like, yeah, that you got a lot of, like there's a lot of strings is what I see. Are you musical at all? Are you musical?
When need be, I suppose.
Yeah, you don't play an instrument or anything? Or yeah,
No.
yeah, or maybe, what am I getting? I'm getting guided to the, to the music. Not sure what that's about. And so again, we'll just see one more time here. What's coming up for Destiny? I feel like you're absorbing a lot. Yeah, from your father, on your father's side. So
I feel like I'm gonna throw up. There's like an energy in my left leg that's like got me spinning around.
okay. So let's just call on Creator, and we're asking for Destiny, and for anybody here and on the replay, of course. So anywhere that you're maybe connected unknowingly, it could be on your mother's side or your father's side, and anywhere that there has been anywhere you've been programmed, is what I'm hearing the word programmed. Any detrimental programming that you're linked to on your mother's side and your father's side of, this is the belief, this is what you have to believe, this is the truth and only the truth. And anywhere that it's not feeling right for you, it's not good for you at a soul level, from the heart, we're just asking to dissolve all the negative detrimental programming, from your father's side, from your mother's side, releasing and dissolving all the programming that we have to believe this, we have to believe that, this is the truth, this isn't the truth. And that programming can get stuck in our, in our blueprint, or stuck in our cells. So we just want to pull out all that detrimental programming. It's not doing you any good, and it's not for you to help. It's not your job, is what I'm hearing. It's not your job. It's your job to take care of yourself. You're number one. So let's pull out, dissolve any of that detrimental programming. If you can envision where you're entangled with all these different programs, we can have so many programs, but we have no idea we're even attached to. So we're just going to dissolve all the programming. And this is for everyone here. Anywhere you've been programmed, it's holding you back, weighing you down, affecting you physically, emotionally, mentally, all the programs. They're just asking to . work through all the programs one by one by one by one by one. Shapokoi shasea, lokokokieta, washananaya kokosata, yetapokoshata, liakakai, shisetia, bokoi sanaya, asanana, yeta, yitakokoka, shisatai. Again, very loving energies coming through right now. Entities of the light, only of the light. Real smiles, shata. Yeah, it's not good for you, dear child. Yes, Anana. Lia Pokoya Pokoya. She is a tata. He is a boya. Tisha tata. Iya haya. She haya. She hayata. Releasing all that program held in that, in the stomach, or maybe in your ligaments and joints. Just releasing all the programs. Your program is to your soul. You want to strengthen you being strong to listening to your inner voice. That is your GPS. It's you listening to your inner voice. Being strengthened, being strong, to hearing and listening to your inner child, your inner voice. Just downloading that with love, the highest frequency and vibration available. Love. Okay. How are you doing, Destiny? That's
Wow. That was a lot. It was almost painful. Like, I feel it was weird. I feel numb. I don't think I'm supposed to feel numb, but for some reason I feel kind of numb.
We'll just let the energies continue to work, and yeah.
There's no such thing as supposed to, so it's just whatever you are experiencing and feeling, as long as it's different than when we started the process or when we started the call. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Wow,
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Brenda. You've helped so much. And
You're
Alara, I
welcome.
so appreciate you taking me, because dang, I really needed something today. I wasn't sure what. It was just too much.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
thank you. Feel better. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Like I said, I cannot read anything in the chat. So if you've written anything in the chat, I apologize.
Let's see. Tanya said, listen to Mozart's music, Destiny. That's a good suggestion. Linda Lay said, started smiling and laughing with that one, lighting up. So I don't know if that was, I guess that was just the last one. So that's good.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I know Linda still has her hand raised. I'm not sure if we have time, Linda, for anything else, but we've already done a lot of processes, lots of clearing, etc. And I think Brenda's kind of done for the day.
I think so. I'm going to start mumbling. So so that wouldn't be to my highest good or to your highest good.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So next time, Linda, for sure. Okay, we'll get you on quicker next time. Okay. All right. So my God, I was like, there's been so much going. I was yawning so much during this call, and feeling a lot of the energies in my head as well. So just a lot of shifting happening. So any last words of wisdom for us, Brenda? Even I can't talk anymore. See, it's like my voice is like sounding so tired. It's like,
I know.
I can't even talk.
I'm getting croaky.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word.
I just feel like we need to be really kind to ourselves, and we've all been going through a lot of tribulations, and we're all feeling it, even if we may not recognize it. When we're hooked into the collective and what another country's feeling, another country those people could be feeling, and it's really difficult not to absorb as empaths what's going on in the world. And so if there's strife in one country, you may not recognize it, but maybe, oh, maybe that's why I'm feeling off this morning. I don't know why. I got all the sleep that's imaginable. But if they're, as an empath, if we're connected to what's happening in another country and what they're going through, of a particular gender, maybe. So you know what I'm saying? We can feel that in our bodies, and it can really affect us. And so to having that awareness that maybe what you're experiencing has nothing to do with you, maybe what you're experiencing is what's happening on a collective level, and then being kind, like, okay, maybe that's not what it is. Maybe I'm not going crazy, and maybe it's something that's happening elsewhere, just to keep that in mind. So it's really being kind. And I think we forget that we're really hard on ourselves. And I think we all can be very hard on ourselves. We should do more, be more, make more money, do this and that, and and compare. Nothing is worse than comparison. I don't want to be compared. Who wants to be compared? Who wants to be judged? Yeah. And I know that you do that, Alara, with as well. So the judge, nobody wants to be judged. We just want to be good, just good for ourselves. And that's all I have to say.
Doing the best we can. We're all just doing the best we can.
We are. And being kind.
Exactly. Absolutely. So yes, being kind to ourselves, being kind to the collective the best we can, the people around us, but first yourself, right? Because you do come first, and we tend to put ourselves last a lot. So be kind to yourself and listen to your body. What is your body saying? What does your body want? What does it require, right? And to move forward. And a lot of times what you're feeling, experiencing is not even yours. Or like we talked about at the beginning of the call, it may not be yours from this lifetime. So you're trying to figure it out with, this lifetime's situations and experiences, and it may not be from this lifetime. And that's why you're not clearing, right? So you can work with Brenda if you have situations like that to help you get more clarity and of course, and healing and clearing as well. So please do take a look at the packages from Brenda, the MedBed light language audios, plus the session with Brenda and the 2 months of access into her community, so that you can receive more of the healing type that we received today, and others, right? And more stuff. And of course, the personal one-to-one session is always so much more powerful than groups, because then your questions get answered, and you can ask as many questions as you want, and you're going to get more clarity. So please do take advantage of the 2 packages, and take advantage of the Inner Circle gift codes. If you are a member of the Inner Circle, remember it's free. There's a free version and there's a VIP version. So whatever you choose, that works for you. Whew, thank you so much, Brenda. This was awesome. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's like so much energy moving and shifting. So please, everyone, drink water, ground if you can, go outside, get some fresh air, but definitely drink some water, and just, move your body around a little bit, shake it out a little bit, that will help.
And even if you're in Canada, get grounded, get out, you put your feet on the snow, but whatever that is, let's get grounded. And I know I'll be doing that just after our call today. So
yeah,
really
absolutely.
Important.
Yeah. And play with your pets. That is also very grounding and uplifting and expanding as well. So do that. All right, everyone. So thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. It's a busy week. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye for now. Thank you so much, Brenda, for everything. This is awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for all your questions and comments and feedback. I can't read them, but thank you. Bye for now.